evening, everyone. It's Tuesday evening and I'm just trying to get finished off spreading some slurry here. I'm just out here now in this field on the right hand side. This is the field I burnt off there a number of weeks back. It's the one that the wild grass started growing in the whole bottom half of it. We've had Wayland Frisian calf. Well, they're not. I still call them calves. They're not really calves at this stage. The Wayland Frisians had been out in this now for the last few weeks since once the time frame had passed that you could put livestock to it after it was burnt off. Yeah, they've made quite a good job of it. They've had 90% of the grass that was on it. There was quite a bit of grass on it, and they've done a good job and they've vet it down. There is a few bits of clumps here and there, but nothing worth talking about. Nothing that the disc won't be able to handle. We're not ploughing this. This land was ploughed. It's only 5 years laid down. It needed reseeding again because of the wild grass that came into it. Yeah, we were never really that happy with the seeding job that was done on it from the start, because even from the very start it didn't seem to tiller enough. It still had a lot of open patches in the bottom of the grass, and there was always quite a bit of weeds growing it as a result, so you were constantly spraying at it every year, which is, well, you nearly always spraying at land anyway, most years anyway, to try and keep the weeds under control. But yeah, we had to spray at this more than what we would have liked, and the fact that it was open at the bottom, that's why that grass would have took over, that wild grass. The wet year last year, it seemed to just take a hold. It's kind of one of those wet grasses you see along rivers, and it's a long, thick, stemmy kind of grass. But anyway, it's all burnt off and dead now, and whatever the remains of it will be chopped up. Putting quite a heavy coat of slurry on this. I haven't counted the loads, but I'd imagine it's somewhere in the region of 3,500 to 4,000 gallons per acre. Putting on a heavy coat to reduce the amount of fertilizer we have to use on it. Should get away with just using some nitrogen on it. I don't think we'll have to use a compound, or if we do, it'll only be a small amount of compound. This is fairly strong slurry here. We're putting out. This stuff was from one of the beef sheds, one of the tanks in the beef shed. So it'll be fairly good stuff. Yeah, so I want to get this finished this evening, because the plan is to go on it tomorrow and try and get it reseeded tomorrow. We have got a Hiva 4 meter disc, which should make a good job of it. Should be able to cut it up. We're going to give it a run or two of that. We'll give it a run then of with the Amazon Power Harrow, and we'll give it another run of the disc then, and we'll be hoping that at that point it should be well enough broken down or broken up that we should be able to seed it. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan for tomorrow. Haven't that much left to do. I've only got about Say 2 to 3 loads will finish me out, which isn't too bad. It's just coming 25 past 8 now in the evening. It's a little bit of a drive around the road from our yard, so when you're putting the Slurry on this tick, it takes a little while to do this field. Probably a little longer than what I expected actually, but we're getting there. Our drainage job that we were doing over the weekend, we worked Saturday and Sunday at it, and yeah, we got a lot of work done. I didn't do an update video on it yet. I just hadn't really got time on Sunday to do a video, or yesterday. We got the whole bottom of it now is finished. All the hardcore till is in the bottom of the wet area, and all the topsoil then is all in those rows as it was. And it's got to stay in those rows now for the next, probably the next 5 or 6 weeks, until it dries out enough that we can get it. We'll spread it back out then. So yeah, we made good headway over the weekend. We also, there's not that much left in this tank, so I might get down the bottom and just spread back up the hill. Yeah, we also got the topsoil back on the area where we took that hardcore out of, that hill. The hill is now much reduced, and yeah, it's a very good job. So we'll just let it sit for now, because there's a little bit of an edge on one side of it, so we might strip it back and just take those couple of loads with the edges on the hill. Hadn't time to do anything with it over the weekend, so we might do that just before we level the topsoil out in a few weeks. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, that'll be it finished. We'll probably plough the bottom half of it then, and get some seed into it. It's quite a good crop of grass on it. For anyone who's seen the videos, you might have noticed that. And what we done was, we moved on Sunday evening when we got finished up. We actually took the Friesians in that were grazing here, and we moved them to now. So they're getting a little bit of a run there. They're not going to be there all that long. They might be there maybe around the weekend or so. And we're going to take those in then, and we're going to start to fatten them. They were just emptying now. Yeah, like I said last week, we did intend to leave them out longer, but it just wasn't possible with the way the weather has been all year, and the poor grass growth. We're using the land that we intended to graze them on. We're going to cut silage off that, so yeah, it's just the year that's in it. We're going to have to put them in a little earlier than what we had planned. But look, it'll not matter that awfully much. We'll still get them finished and get them away, just to be slaughtered up a little bit earlier. So it's a couple of loads later, and we've more or less finished everything. There's a little bit left in the tank. There's just a spot down here, and there's another spot over the far side that I've put a little bit of slurry down on. It's just a little bit shy, but overall I'd be very happy with the coat of slurry that's on it. Yeah, so what else have we been up to the last few days? Monday we spent most of the day, actually spent all day more or less moving cattle around and walking at them. We had a batch of 12 cows and calves that were grazing at home that didn't get either the main herds, as I call them. They're on the out farms and grazing paddocks. So the first thing we had to do with those, we had to separate them, and depending on the star rating, of course, we have to work with the ICBF now, depending on which parcel of land or which batch of cows they got to. So whatever the highest rated cows is in the ICBF, they got to to one plot of land where the other high rated cows is, and then vice versa, then the lower rated cows got to the lower rated cow paddocks. So they're all sorted now and in position. We also put the bull with the cows yesterday, about 3 weeks later than we usually do. Main reason for that is we wanted to move the calving date from, we usually have them calving early February, around early to mid-February would be the start of calving date. We want to move it now by almost a month. We want to move it till it's well, it'll definitely be the end of February. It'll be early March now when the calving will kick off. So yeah, it's not, the idea in that is hopefully that we'd like to think that if you had some cows calving that time of the year, if the weather was working with you, you might be able to get some of them out and maybe make a little bit of room for them inside for the other ones, because we haven't enough space for 50 cows and calves as the old calf like they did this year. We run out of space very quick, and we ended up, if you remember, making creep areas in the top shed and using stables and the whole heap of hassle that we didn't really want. So we're just going to move it by about 3 weeks, and in a normal year you'd like to think you'd be able to get some cows and calves out at that stage. So yeah, that's the idea in that. Yeah, we also had 2 cows that calved as well over the last couple of days, so we one of them was yesterday, so it was a little bit of work then with just moving them around and making sure everything was alright with that. So it just kind of, I had a busy enough day yesterday now without really going anywhere or doing a whole pile other than around the yard. So it was one of those days. Washed the tractor as well. First time it was washed in quite a while, badly in need of it. And that took a couple of hours. Finished most of it last night just after it got dark. I missed a little patch on the bonnet I see earlier as well, so I'll have to get the sponge back out and tidy that up. So yeah, there's quite a few different bits of jobs just going on yesterday. One of the ploughs had to get new points on it, so that was done, and it was just all bits and pieces around the yard really. Yeah, so that's really it. Almost finished now. I'm just going to use up this last bit of slurry now. I'll turn around down here and use it up, coming back up, and I'm going to go home, hook off the tanker, and I'll get the disc on, and I'll show you some footage of the disc tomorrow, of course. And yeah, we do a little walk around just when we have her in the field and we're using it for a little bit. Show you the kind of a job that it's doing. Yeah, just heading back to the yard now, almost home. Finished up, all slurry spread, and we're ready for tomorrow. But just before I go, I wanted to give a quick shout out to one of my subscribers. His name is Matthew Donald. Matthew's from up in Tyrone, and he contacted me on Snapchat last night because it was his birthday today. I think he said he was 14 or 15, so hope Matthew had a great day today, and yeah, thanks for following me. So that's really it. I'm just gonna go back to the yard now, hook off this tanker and get hitched into the disc. So we'll have some footage up of that tomorrow evening hopefully. So until then, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.